As mentioned on the desk, map pool for Navi looks pretty good. The Haven maybe not so much, but the next two could be interesting. But it's only really been BBL that have managed to exploit Heretics on this map as of recent. So let's not pretend like this is going to be a walk in the park, especially with the individuals they have on their side. A solid start to this pistol round already for Benji. A man who is definitely looking to make it back to champions. Wow, there's so much here for Navi left to do.
Last 2 or 3 weeks, this guy's been impressive. He blocked out of any further space towards that plant, though. Navi at least getting the spike down, but Heretics are going to be happy enough with this. 2-man advantage on the retake. Waiting for everybody to be here. Boo on the rotate from the B side already. The wall being chipped away at. We'll see it broken. We'll see the reveal go through in the attempt to find value on it. But Ruxic, he found a gap in that reveal. He stays up close for 2. A stat leader in so many departments for good reason as he cleans up alongside Hero. Playoffs. He stepped up. He's found his old level. That's a nice pick for Alexic, who has been consistent, reliable in so many of Navi's matchups, and of all the rounds to step up in.
To check his backline, but the fact is getting back into this scenario is not going to be easy. But Rian's always a safe pair of hands. The peaking players of Navi have given them a chance.
Well, that res from Shiao, though, keeps it into a 3v3 at least. Despite those numbers falling, they've still got quite a bit to fight back with, and Ruxic spearheading that effort. He's found 2, and Benji, he shouldn't have the time, but he's isolated Ruxic out of position early. Now there's an opportunity, but in goes the Nano, and the shot to the head seals the deal.
Force them back.
10 seconds
There's a rotation in from Ruxic, but they need a plant. And with so little time on the clock, they have to go now. They have to be in now, and they've run out of time. As long as nobody dies or everybody doesn't die, the round is over. That is one of the weirdest rounds I think I've ever seen.
Navi have chosen the right direction, only one player waiting. It is the man of Benji himself, and he finds one, but Hero opening up Kitchen. And Navi, they managed to keep a decent bit of control here, as they'll get that spike towards the site, but Benji still to be dealt with.
Ruxic, gonna say maybe going unnoticed, but he's quick enough with the flick to take down Benji Fishy. It leaves Rian's in a clutch. If there's any man you want in these moments, it is Rian's, and Angel looks to take the fight. Ruxic, he's now vulnerable to a single shot, and that's exactly what he lands.
In the late round, and it may well be needed. The lockdown coming into play makes this very difficult now. As we said, too many ultimates on the other side. There's still a Hunter's Fury if needed for Navi to really lock this round in, but Alexic is holding onto control towards that lockdown. And even as some teammates fall, it's Rian's left alone. The cross, and they've heard it. They've realized Benji Fishy is waiting for his moment to strike, but he gets punished, and now the pressure mounts on the shoulders of these players towards B. An operator to hold the line, but only 12 seconds to get this plant in. They've got to be quick, and Miniboo is picking them apart 1 by 1 until they're all gone.
Our hero, there's just no time. Benji and Boo already making their way in towards the site. Utility being used to try and deny Alexic, and there is Rian's ready and waiting. Lockdown being used, but Angel attempting to counter it, and it will be destroyed. The problem is he's losing his players along the way. Hero needs to try and step up to the plate. With the time ticking and such a huge advantage, Heretics are sitting patiently.
Plant will be stuck eventually. Heretics just, as you said, playing patient to avoid that early peak. Great flash. Hero's blind as can be, but he gets an angle now. A chance to drop one. There's a few fights here that seem to have some hope to them. But now this should be it. Call reloading! Oh, he got too much time there.
On the angle, he's been gifted the operator on. Miniboo is going to bite the bullet instead, and the second shot isn't connected. Angel on the swing. This leaves Boo somewhat isolated, but they've actually got a second player in support as well. Might be a bit of a surprise. The problem, though, is that there are gaps elsewhere that Ruxic may look to exploit.
That's what we said, right? Direct hit into that mid play. Ruxic's looking for it, waiting a little long, though, and now Rian's on back yellow, finds himself a single. It's going to stop Boo from being able to peek. He's out in the open. They know there's an op on the other side. And that's a big price to pay. Already active. Bucky, it should go under the radar now. Miniboo's down. They want to accelerate, but they're coming around behind him. Angel's been phenomenal in terms of taking these fights towards B main. It does. You said it at the start of the game. It feels like it's his territory and somewhere he will not be challenged. Already a huge advantage with a Viper's Pit and a res in play, a lockdown for post plan. This round looks impossible for Heretics to even have a chance in.
Yeah, Viper's Pit already gone. And they're actually going to use the lockdown at the same time. Just buy a load of extra time for those post plants, either force their enemy forward or force them back. And while they're forced back, the operator is swinging. The weaponry is just utterly diffed at this stage, and while Boo, he is at a rotter of a half. It would need to be a miracle for him and Rian's to turn this back, and he's already gone.
Was going by, but it will just be a fake to draw their eye as the push comes in. That buys some space on back yellow and a couple of kills. Team Heretics heating up here as they need to on the attack side pistol.
A couple of sheriffs being spammed, but Miniboo is there to defend. Nice shock dart for Angel. Boo's not going to be escaping that one. It's at least one. Woot's low. In reality, it's going to be difficult to find a gap. Rian's as a likely first point of contact. He looks to actually shoot that. Maybe should have been a teammate, and Heroes quickly found two. This was looking like an impossible scenario, and now Benji is left to do it all. Two players remaining, and they're both looking to fight him. No one yet on that defusal, but Hero is sticking it at least to halfway, and Benji maybe playing the bluff. He knows his opponent let go at least for a second, but needs to find this final shot and is baiting that time perfectly. Hero will land it. I don't know if there's enough time. Just about! Hero is going to take it. You can see that the goal from Navi is to sort of play around and utilize whatever utility they have. Even still, though, the rotation has been caught. And in a 3 versus 5, it shouldn't be too difficult for Heretics.
That was a really nice play by Benji. You saw him just use the turret here on middle. As soon as it got contact, he allowed the player to destroy it. Get a little greedy. Rook6 got 2, but it's okay. It shouldn't spiral out of control too far with the heal for the second time. Shiao is going to pull himself back in. They say band-aids don't fix bullet holes, but I guess a little bit of ice will. And a good opportunity now. He's looking to isolate them. The big wrap around yellow. He'll get a one-on-one against Benji, who's only got a pistol, is looking the wrong way. Now it's down to a single fight, and Xiao's got it across the line!
Since this iteration, taken a map off, and they're about to do it in style. Hero's already got rid of the lurk of Benji Fishy. He thought he found a gap, and instead he was found. Angel does fall. Maybe a little bit further ahead. Alexic waiting, but doesn't want to fight too aggressively here. The rest of the team are being patient, being passive. It should at least be a post plant. Miniboo trying to give them a man back, instead puts them further in the ground.
This Navi doesn't look the same, not as a few days ago. They are playing this so cleanly. A fight taken in the open by Shiao, but it's all to try and defend that lockdown. That's why they're battling. It may look a little disconnected, but there's logic behind it. 13-3 for Navi. There's not many teams in the world that even would dare to face them. When it comes to this Alexic deep sight play, Miniboo, good to trade out to start with, and here comes all the numbers around the sides of those boxes. A full flood from Navi, and they've claimed back sight with relative ease. It's Alexic to fall, but the rest stand strong. And Boo and Benji Fishy, ones that have to try to fight back against what is a very difficult setup to fight into.
Definitely not the start they were looking for, but then again, they've had advantages in the pistols. Okay, Rook6 has just turned on his wall hack, spamming through, him almost caught with a gun change, but luckily he's got Shiao.
Big play towards the C site. Navi really looking to force the issue. They've got 5 rifles. We're now down to 4. Angel falling as well. Shiao and Alexa look to pick up the pieces, and it's Shiao towards the backside. A double pickup, and the spike can now be planted. This is a huge recovery on those opening duels from Team Heretics, and look how far away Boo is. He's got his paranoia at least. They'll have a reveal by the time they go in with 10 seconds on the counter, but this is a difficult retake to make happen. They're smoked out. And there's 3 players waiting, all on site.
Xiao's well placed. Orb is going to leave them even lower. There goes the paranoia, but that means they know exactly where Boo is going to be coming from. So much lower. 4 players, though, will be on the site. By the time the move is made, make that 2. Xiao's just eliminated. Make that just 1, because Xiao's just killing everybody. You might have had a 4-man crossfire. Sure, you might have had weaker weapons, but it's 1 man that is currently dominating. And while Shiao is looking for that 5th and final piece, I believe he's someone who hasn't had an ace within the partnership era. And it will be Benji walking into the corner, potentially to close it out. And Shiao will ace this round. We'll see if this pause has made a difference. Benji under pressure, already gone. Shiao's just still going. What does this man have for breakfast? What's he have for lunch? What's he have for dinner? I need to know the full routine, because Shiao is a different gravy right now. He is mortal. He's not in God mode.
There's a chance. Shiao's gone down. I barely believe my eyes. God is dead. Now it's down to the other three to pick up the pieces. What can man do? Electric and Angel.
No.
It's going to be a round for Team Heretics.
They're going to do the same again. Clearly feeling like they made a mistake, so they're going to continue in this direction. And they, well, initially lost the battles, but the trades were there.
Rian's heard reloading, back left. They know he's there. The paranoia is perfect, but he failed
Saved him
to convert on that kill. Angel just about surviving, and then he's pulled into a 1v1 with Woot, leaving Ruxic in the same position outside. Well, 1v2 more so. He'll win his first fight, but he needs a little bit more. Knows where one player is at least. Does he have a read though? Oh, he might not need it. Adjusts on Taboo, and it's all Woot. He has an idea. He's watching the right spot, the swing from Ruxic into the crosshair, but now the pit will be used. It's dispensed. The shorty's out. He's dodging the bullets, hoping the RNG goes his way. And Luck is on his side, at least to start. That jump not hurt. And he knows now the defuse isn't being stuck. Sneaks into the corner, shorty in hand. It's a clean round from Ruxic.
Already. Pressure put in once more onto Benji, and now he awakens. It's been a quiet showing so far, but the man that they need to hold these sites down has got off to a great start. Boo alongside him as well. Alexic trying to stand his ground, and now Hero, all that is left somehow, has made this 1v4 look doable. Make it just 1v1. He's got to try and figure out where Wu is coming from, and at least for now, had the right idea, switching between two, and for Heretics' sake, thank God. Look through Boo's rift. He's not hit the guy who's coming out of the ult, needs to recover him. Rian's is there to maybe save him at least a little bit. Hero's still here, but he is alone. Looking to try and find the gap instead. He's going to commit the lockdown, but bear in mind, that's going to take 12 seconds before it goes through. They might just want to get in and try and deny this, try and break it before it causes any further issues. And Boo, wow, it might have been an early whiff, but thank God again there's a recovery from him. Best, one of the few pieces is going to be Alexic, and he is gone.
I like to punish wallbang early. They know where Ruxic's throwing that lineup from, so he's losing a bit of HP at the start of every round. If he wants to consistently throw that in. Woot falls, though. This is where things get scary. A TP out of Shiao. He'll be caught. And Rian's, though, it's brought it back to a 2v2, and with a kill from Angel, it's only Benji Fishy.
Give him that fight a little bit earlier than expected, and while with Angel still having a drone because of how pacey this hit was, they can sit back and relax. More utility to be thrown out just to try and make it awkward for Benji. And Ruxic is only just about to reveal his hand, and his hand is a snake bite. It's just buying more time. This is a much better looking Navi. No risks taken, no gambles.
Well, there's the ult off the back of the dimensional drift. A nice pickup with Alexic, isolated in a fight. It comes close, but Woot is ultimately able to find that dub. For Hero to maybe find the double, the jump peek in, but Woot is there again. That's 3 for him. He could be on for the ace.
Still?
No, he's not.
A few low players, but it will have to be an Angel 1v5. That would definitely be a nail into the coffin of Heretics if they were to lose this round. He's already going to get himself a quick double. Both of those players incredibly low, but Benji is there to make sure that that does not go any further.
To start with support close by, and Woot's the one man who has no support. He needed it. Shiao with the trade, 25 seconds left. They will set their sights on this C site, with Angel having a reveal for the back. Who's about to be under major pressure, and he's revealed on the back. It's Shiao with another, and the plant should now be secured.
Again, these advantages not being kept. Navi have fought their way back into another round, and no ultimates to get them back in. A singular reveal available for Rian's. Where he places it is a different story. Now, the other two players on Navi are sat passive. It's Shiao up aggressive, and he's been caught trying to throw out a smoke to maybe give him that extra little bit of space. It hasn't worked out for him. Angel Very passive in this scenario. Hero's going to look for the fight, but they are just looking to stick this. Benji Fishy has been dropped, though, and a couple of players now tagged up. There's a really good chance for Hero, but it's already going to be taken over the line for Heretics.
He's going to try to take space in response to loss of A control, but he goes down. B site plant. It's Benji Fishy that needs this key piece of map control, the anchor for this squad, and he has found himself one. But push through the door, the double peek, and they get both. In goes Alexic, stunned up Benji Fishy, still gunning up. But the defuse here underneath their nose, it's Hero to put the pressure on. His third already found. Benji Fishy in the window, the only man standing in his way. Tagged up so desperately low, but the time, it's ticking away, and Benji Fishy, knowing that there's a gap, they'll look towards the B site, hoping that Navi were looking to plug that gap, but Alexic was left behind, holding on the angle, taking himself a triple, and sending the rest into the waiting arms of Ruxic. Such a reliable player in these moments, and that's the spike under his control, but he goes down to Benji. The timing here, though, is everything, and Shiao ready and waiting.
Used. Fact is, it's just a brawl, an absolute battle in the early stages of the round. That's gone wonderfully for Hero.
Oh, the road to recovery, though, it has its perils. Benji Fishy proving to be one of them, but only a single kill found. The spike holder of Boo.
And the recon. So there's so much to... Oh, okay, hello! That's cheeky! Here's the drone, catches Angel. That was the one full HP player. Now he's in with a real chance. He's also removed all that remaining utility, but the timing here's going to be everything. Swing him together. That they're going to put in immediately, but I think it might be just a little bit too late. And woo, he's caught the perfect timing. Angel and utility out has been a bit of a burden for him so far. A beautiful double. And while the second that lockdown's put into play, but now Alexic comes in from behind. This is both of the Sovas have gone down while in their ultimate, and that lockdown hasn't gone. This leaves them trapped. They're going to try and escape this one, and Benji's gone forward. The remaining two stuck in the corner, but even while stunned up, they managed to find the kill onto Alexic. That's an important one, and all this time, the clock has been ticking. Shiao is just trying to stick it within the smoke. A second rifle needed for the spam. He's sticking it in front of him! He's outside. Nice shot from Miniboo. Needs a little bit more, though. Alexic goes back in for the fight, and he's already managed to catch one. Keeps the advantage for Navi. Ruxic selling the idea that there could be someone coming in from behind. In fact, Boo starts to look in that direction. Ruxic gets one, the trade's back, and it comes down to just Rian's. He is the clutch king, but he's called upon once more. First is not quite going to plan, and Ruxic will be there to close it. Not believe that it's legit, because we could be seeing Fnatic and Heretics going out in the same day. Ruxic has already taken out Boo. Bear in mind, they have a weak buy. Ruxic is still going. He's looking to put the nail in the coffin. The man who's been superb all the way through was dead with an ace. See you later, Heretics. It is Navi that go marching on in the playoffs.